The Canadian province of Quebec is home to over 1 million lakes and rivers, including the St. Lawrence, one of the longest rivers in the world. The province has a proud history of protecting its natural resources and promoting a circular economy. Sustainability measures go back a long way. A brewery in Quebec has offered a refillable beer program since 1927. In 1984, a deposit return system for one-way beer and soda containers was implemented to complement the refillable program. Over the years, the variety of single-use beverages on the market has expanded rapidly. Plastic water bottles and other containers that were not covered by the deposit return system became a significant source of plastic pollution. At the same time, the redemption rate had stagnated. The deposit system was not reaching its full potential. Surveys showed the public supported updating the deposit program to address the problem, and the government, in turn, responded. Lawmakers also wanted to support the local circular economy, diverting material from landfill, supporting Quebec's manufacturers, and creating jobs. Policymakers in Quebec took the bold step of modernizing both the deposit return and curbside recycling systems. The reforms were designed to improve the recycling rate and efficiency of both systems, maximizing the value and use of secondary materials as much as possible. In addition to circularity, policymakers focused on 4 principles to modernize the deposit return system and boost recycling rates. The first principle focuses on increasing the overall performance of the system. To align system design, investment, and to ensure continuous improvement, policymakers set binding targets for the program, including collection, recycling, and recycled content for each material type. The collection targets start between 65 and 85%, depending on material type, and increase by about 5% every 2 years until they reach 90%. Since the value of the deposit had remained unchanged since 1984, policymakers increased the deposit value since it had been shown to increase redemption rates in other deposit systems. The system that once only included beer, carbonated soft drinks, and carbonated energy drinks would now include popular ready-to-drink beverages like water, juice, tea, milk, wine, and spirits. All aluminum, plastic, and glass beverage containers between 100 milliliters and 2 liters will be collected in the deposit return system for refilling or recycling. In November 2025, carton drink containers will also become eligible for deposit return. Quebec's modernization represents one of the largest and most expansive deposit return systems in the world, expanding from 2.2 billion containers to 4.9 billion. With more beverages eligible and a higher deposit value, policymakers were intent on making it easy for consumers to return their empty beverage containers through an automated hybrid redemption model. Redeeming a beverage container should be as convenient as buying it in the first place. Building on experience, the government determined that consumers needed at least 1,500 points of collection to receive their refund. Retailers 375 square meters and larger take back containers. Their experience is similar to before, with the same redemption volume, and the container take-back process can still be automated through reverse vending technology. Retailers sharing a parking lot may collectively finance and operate a return center on their lot. To be eligible to open a return center, participating retailers must be located within a certain distance of one another depending on the area's population. For high-volume returns, beverage producers are able to open their own return locations called depots. This services the informal economy, the public, and bars and restaurants. Depots, kiosks, and stores will offer the public 1,500 points of redemption. Quebec also took a thoughtful approach to the system's management structure. The 2 producer responsibility organizations managing the system essentially merged into one new entity, the Association Québécoise de Récupération des Contenants des Boissons, known as AQRCB. The new PRO's role is to manage with retailers an effective automated network of return locations with oversight by the government. Unredeemed deposits are reinvested in the system so that it remains modern for the next 40 years. Finally, Quebec paid very close attention to system integrity. The government wanted all deposit containers to be redeemed automatically through technology to compact containers, thereby reducing the greenhouse gas footprint of the reverse logistics network. All containers are registered by barcode so they can be tracked in the system. By prioritizing the principles of performance, convenience, producer responsibility, and system integrity, Quebec successfully balanced the needs of key stakeholders. Moreover, Quebec is blazing a new trail with Canada's most ambitious plastic pollution prevention and circular economy program.